What was your drink of choice? The guy.
What did he order?
This guy, margaritas.
He's the worst.
Of course, it's unbelievable, dude.
He's
It's
the
shocking.
absolute worst. Like,
It's funny because
did you go to was it a packed bar?
some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, if you're ordering margaritas at like after 9 p.m. at a packed bar, you deserve to have it thrown in your face. Where were you at?
Where's the last spot we went to? Next to Pulse?
We were at Oscars.
You were ordering fucking margaritas at Oscars?
That's like a high
it's
school.
cash only in there.
$7.
You bought a margarita
A
with cash.
$7 margarita
And
at
there's
cash
no-
only bar.
There's no way it was good.
No, it couldn't have been
Yeah, I
good.
did house tequila. That was not good.
Did you
That's
ask for
insane.
sugar on the rim?
I did it multiple places. Only one of them did it.
Did he ask you for if you had like a dental dam or?
I looked around and I did not ask for sugar there. I said,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
All right, it's good. You give it an ocular pat down. I appreciate that. You're getting older. Well, how you doing? This is Eric Lord, Eric Lordy on Instagram and
What's
everything.
going on, guys?
Been
Thanks for having me.
getting some motion in the
Little bit.
interwebs a little bit.
Making a little bit of waves.
How's it? How has your life changed?
Barely at all, but hey,
Yeah, get in line, dude.
early in the month they invited me on Fox 29, NBC 10.
There you go.
Just being an idiot, drinking, traveling for
Yeah.
Phillies, and I didn't realize there was an audience for that because TikTok shadow banned me. But then I started posting on Instagram, and now I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views just to be an idiot and do the same thing I'm
Yeah,
doing.
well, some of
anyway.
the bits that I saw, the first one that I really saw, and it's funny because like I met you, the first time I met you
Yeah.
was at a TCU football game.
Of all places.
Did not even really know who you were, and you whipped out like 2 airplane
my
bottles of
sock.
vodka
So that's my go-to.
and was like, "Do you want some?"
It
I
has
was like,
it
"We
has
just met." I was like, "He's definitely Vito's guy."
That's best friend.
It has
right there.
never failed. You go to a wine and spirits, you get the airplane bottles.
Yeah.
You can fit 5 on each side, right through security. You get a souvenir soda, you're good for the whole game.
It is true. He did. He had the souvenir soda and everything.
Science, dude. It's a
These two are
science.
doing. These two are just fucking launching airplane bottles of vodka. We're sitting in the end zone and everything. I just met this guy 5 minutes
I
ago.
was on
like,
vacation.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you guys hang the whole game? Were you drinking together, or was it like a?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tease. I think I left at halftime, to be honest.
Yeah, the game
but
sucked.
yeah.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
Oklahoma State
it was-
stunk. Cool, awesome, crazy difference from going to like a game in the Northeast to going to a game in like the South.
Honestly, what I learned on the trip to Dallas is actual Cowboys fans in Dallas are actually pretty tolerable.
Yeah.
Not one of them came up to me, talk shit. They all said, "You're probably going to beat us," which I never hear up here from
Yeah,
Dallas
right,
fans.
right.
They're delusional as fuck
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
And it's because, they're either bandwagons or they're raised by a bandwagon fan. So it's like, we sucked in the 70s, 80s, 90s. You were raised by someone who jumped on their bandwagon, and as punishment, you're now fucked with 30 years of
Yeah.
failure.
It's fair. You shouldn't be allowed to win a Super Bowl when you're just all a bunch of bandwagons. America's team, fuck that.
Yeah, the people who are Cowboys fans here, it seems like they're just like they saw the jersey and thought it looked cool
Yeah.
when they were like 15, and they're like, "All right, let's be
The
insufferable."
star is cool.
The star. I mean, it's unfortunately a pretty sweet
icon.
jersey. Yeah. You can't really cut it other way.
So what do you do for a living?
So I do a few things, but what pays the bills and the bar tabs is I am an online casino host, game show dealer,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So like, if you ever gambled online with the real dealer, I'm the guy that gives you all the shitty cards.
Yeah.
Vito knows.
How did you get into that?
So I bartended, and so I bar backed at Harrah's, the casino, years ago. Bartended a little bit, and then COVID happened. And then that's kind of where I got into like recording videos and traveling during COVID because it was so cheap during COVID. And then those stimulus checks stopped coming, and I was like, oh, I need a job. Then I saw that advertised, and that's what I've been doing. And
How long have you been doing it since?
2020, actually.
So you gotta
Yeah.
enjoy it a little bit. Like,
Yeah, it's super
Make-
easy and
make your own
stress free. Yeah, pretty much off weekends. Never work an Eagles game, so that's my only rule.
so it's kind of like you just sign up, like, hey, I want like Monday through Friday.
Well, so since I've been there for so long, like they opened when I applied, so I got what I wanted right away.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's not what I want to do forever.
Mhm.
Really, what I want to do is like the traveling, blogging, Philly sports stuff. But for now, this gets it done.
What Are you like more like the morning shift, the night shift? Like, what is it all?
So I work mornings. So it's
Damn,
an interesting.
You probably see some fucking.
Yeah, it's an interesting crowd because you do get like the normal people who are just waking up, maybe going to work, maybe they're off that day, and then you get like
Just
the
go to
people.
work, they're driving, they're
you know, you
playing
get
blackjack.
like
Bitch
the,
wife so
you know,
much.
there's also probably people on there who've been ripping lines all night.
Yeah.
And they're still on there at 7 a.m. And you know, I'm half awake, and then I'm getting told that, you know, you're fucking trash. Like,
Yeah.
kill yourself.
They talk shit?
It happens.
Which is kind of nice because like, if that was at a real table,
yeah, no.
you would be kicked out. So like, at least you can talk shit now. Cause like, we've all been there when like, you know, you might have like 19 and then some dealer flops 21 on like the 5th card. And you're like, holy shit, fuck this person. But if
yeah,
you said, fuck
I'm the only
you,
one
they'd be
there to
like,
blame. So
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, I don't get any type of. I don't take the money home with me. It's not my money. It's the casino. So
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do. When I was a bartender, if you weren't happy with your drink, I can make you a new one. I can't make you win the hand. So it can get rough.
You just love having people tell you to fuck off. I feel like in your line of work.
Yeah, you're in hostile environments pretty often, dude.
You know what? It's better than nothing. You know,
Yeah.
if
It's good attitude.
all publicity is good publicity.
Are you on camera while you're dealing?
Yeah, so
or-
it's interesting. This job is literally like Severance. So when we're on, I'll explain why. So when we're on camera,
yeah.
we go by a different name. And
Really?
we're really not allowed to break like the fourth wall. Like we are like, I can't really talk about my Audi. I'm an
Yeah.
indie there. Like
No
I
way.
have a different name. I can be like, yeah, I went to this bar last night and watched the game. Like I can say stuff like that, but I can't be specific. Like I was at this exact bar. I can't say, you know, I went to this high school. I got to keep it vague.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I go by a different name.
Did they tell you
Got it.
why you go by Heliar?
No, he's Winnie Mark, dude.
It's honestly probably so.
What's your fake name?
Derek.
Derek.
Nice.
Did you-
Derek.
Throw him off the
Did you get
trail.
the pick it, or
dude.
did they pick it for you?
No, they were like pick a name, and that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Did you do an initial?
No, just
So
his
that'd
first
be
name.
fucking Severance if you had to do like Derek.
One initial
L.
B.
But yeah,
that'd be
it's,
crazy.
it's probably just so people can't corroborate with me.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
really
yo,
funny because it's like then you got the people at Harris or you got the people at Parks and they just wear their first name and they're
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
like,
say, it's
all that separates you is like 5 feet. It's like, but we want to protect our online guys who don't have.
Yeah,
to be
it's
physically
weird
there.
because like I said, I bartended in a casino, bar backed in a casino. Dude, casinos are. You get some characters. You have the best society has to offer in there. I mean, you got the old ladies on oxygen,
Yep.
whiffing down cigarettes,
Yeah.
running you over in the little
Taking their
carts.
pension and putting it in the
Dude,
the
oh man,
machine.
we used to when I bartended. They had the machines around the tables. There was an old couple that would shit themselves because they didn't want to leave. They did not want to leave their slot machines, and they would just, wiggle it out of their pants. They did it more than once.
Wiggle it out of their
Yeah,
pants.
it's
Wait,
insane. Like people will piss and shit themselves because they don't want to get up from their machine. It's insane.
is that a legal move? Is that a good way to get people to leave the table?
So here's the thing with what's legal in a casino. If you spend a lot of money in a casino, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see. You gotta leave, but I'll see you tomorrow. If you've never been there before, you got like the basic player card, the starter card.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
you
here.
cannot
No,
shit and piss. Yeah.
yeah.
you cannot shit and piss.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's like a
But
platinum
it's,
member.
It's
yeah.
nuts. That people
Yeah.
fight like that's my machine.
Really?
Yeah,
so
like,
you have the
like
machines there,
people
yeah.
will, and if God forbid someone hits a jackpot on someone else's machine, it's war.
Would they
it's-
like kind of be like that should be half mine or like because it's my machine typically?
They will say shit like that. Yeah, it's insane. Like people, dude, gambling's a drug.
Well,
Some people
100%.
do not know how to like handle it. It's
But
insane
this is the
how
thing
it
where
makes
I'm
some
always
people
like,
act.
yeah, gambling can be addictive, but everybody has to have a vice. You go through life crazy if you didn't smoke, you didn't drink, you didn't gamble. Like you have to have a
Yeah.
vice. Some people have all three. Some people have two. Other people have one.
Yeah, but the gambling seems like the most expensive vice. Like you can get like a bottle of like cheap vodka and just rip it for the night. I mean, gambling is like you could lose your kid's college
yeah,
pension.
it's
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but I think drugs are probably the most expensive if you really think about it, because like you could lose your house just off of like drugs and shit.
True. Yeah.
Like gambling, you can also lose your house off of and stuff, but like I don't know, because maybe then you ditch your bitch ass kids, so you kind of actually
Yeah,
make
your kids
some
are
money.
probably bitch ass for sure in that situation. I would
It's like
imagine
they're not
yeah.
gonna. They don't know where their father is. He
Yeah.
could be in a ditch somewhere. So technically,
They could place bets on where their dad is.
That's true.
I remember
That's what dad
They
would
could
want.
win, yeah.
I remember one time I worked overnight. I'm leaving, and there's this Asian guy and his wife. This dude's fetal position on the ground. She's flipping shit on him. This guy's in tears. He must have fucked up big time on baccarat or something. I don't know what happened, but it's rough, man. You see some crazy stuff, fights. The casino, it's a crazy industry. Online, you don't really see it, but
yeah. Do you see people spend more online, or do you think they spend more in the casino, money wise?
So it's hard to say, but I mean, there's limits online. I think the most you can bet. I think baccarat has the highest limit in PA. It's like 25K a hand. Somebody was nailing them the other night. 25K.
That's the limit.
Max, yeah,
That's an
25K.
insane limit.
Yeah, no, it's huge.
Unless you're gonna be at 5,000 maybe.
It's cool.
I think
brag.
5K.
25K,
I think
you know.
5K for blackjack.
A semester at
25K.
Temple is the limit.
Like I heard 25K is the limit. I'll just do $100 tonight. I don't want to push the limit
Yeah,
or
this
anything.
one guy, he was playing like $1,000 hands on Texas Hold'em, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, not the poker game, but the casino version. He hits a royal flush. I didn't deal it to him, but someone else did. $500,000 in one hand.
Wow.
Like, damn. You just like it takes the average person like 10 years to work that to get that, and
But you
just
got to
hit it in
think
5
like
seconds.
he's probably
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
probably
he's
lifetime,
blown
probably
it.
not even up or blown, or
Yeah,
already
yeah,
is blown
yeah.
to give it back. To
That's
the casino.
gone.
Can you tell by like seeing a certain type of person that they're either very good at gambling or not good at gambling? Like before the game starts, is there any like things you notice personality wise?
So online, it's a little bit harder to tell, but
Right.
I've read a lot about gambling. Like I'm more educated on gambling than most people. So what I realize is 95% of people have no idea what they're talking about.
Sweet.
Like,
Okay, glad to hear that.
like
Kinda
they will,
hearing
they will blame everything and anybody on why they lost. Every once in a while, I'll come across somebody that's like, they hit their 16. They do everything right. Like, because I know basic strategy and all that. And some people, like, they will hit a 16 versus 6. I'm like, hey man, you got it.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever floats your boat.
That would be me. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
95%. Yeah, I'm
There's no
the.
chance like you know the rules of like, and I know the rules very loosely, but there's no chance that you know the rules of blackjack.
I take pride in not knowing how to play a single gambling card game or like anything like that.
You're better
Yeah.
off.
I'm like
you are
the-
better off, yeah.
I'm like the sexy girlfriend there. I like wear a sundress and I like lean over the table, my tits hanging out. And
You bring
I
your
cheer for
phone
my
out, and
man.
they're like, sir, please put your phone away.
It's like, oh, I didn't know that was a rule. Yeah, that's me the whole time.
Here's the thing with casinos. They make it look really fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a good time.
pump oxygen.
All the commercials in there. Everyone's having fun. Have you ever noticed when you walk into a casino, it's impossible to like navigate where you're going? That's on purpose. Their bathrooms are all the way in the back, so you have to walk through the whole casino floor. There's no clocks, no windows. Like they know what they're doing, and the math always wins. So all those games favor the house. You can win for a little while, but if you ever notice, whenever someone hits like a huge parlay, or they hit a crazy jackpot, what do the casinos do? They post about it. Yo, look
Yeah.
what this guy just did.
Yep.
And then they make their money back because the thousands of people see it like, damn, I could do the same thing. And then they
100%.
all hammer it and then they get cooked. Or another thing they'll do is they'll be like, hey, hey, congratulations on the win. How about a free hotel? Free dinner when you come back. Come back. Free tickets to a show. They just want you back in there because they know eventually you're gonna give it back.
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy the marketing and the science behind it.
No, it gets me. I mean, it gets me too. My girlfriend used to go to Atlantic City every year for her birthday. And it's just me spending money on her so I can watch her just dump money down the drain. Because she doesn't know what she's doing either,
Yeah.
but she's more excited about it than I am.
If you can gamble and have no expectations, and you say, you know what, if I lose this money, I'm okay. That's how you should do it.
I'm a
Yeah.
pussy where it's like I'll put $100 down if and I learned this from my mom. If I double it, I leave. If I lose it, I'm good.
That's literally, you're smarter than 99% of people.
Now get a couple more drinks in me. It's like I can afford 100 more, and then
Yeah.
you're down 200, and then you're down 300. That's happened before, but
Yeah,
not
uh-huh.
as much.
Yeah.
I played something on the ship, on a cruise ship. It wasn't baccarat, it wasn't blackjack, it wasn't Texas Hold'em. It was the one where you roll the dice. And
Craps.
Craps is so much fun, and I think it's fun because it's kind of like blackjack in a way, where you're playing against the dealer.
Yeah,
or
that's
you're just
that's
like playing as a
community
team
game
and
that's
stuff.
really fun. So, and craps is one of the few games where like the players, like you can actually be involved. Like you guys throw the dice, so it's cool. And also, craps actually has
I doesn't do jack shit, dude. All I have to do is just take the dice bag.
Unfortunately, you're speaking my language. Like I get to throw dice. That sounds
and
awesome.
actually,
I'm not gonna lie.
low key has some of the best, one of the better odds in the casino.
Do I get the blow on it too? Wow, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, and have like an old lady on oxygen, do a summer oxygen tank on it. Like that's gonna be a good blow.
Dude, my mom went on a run on a ship one time, and like dudes were like proposing to her and stuff because she was like winning people money.
Yeah,
Dude, my old roommate, Jack, this biggest degenerate I know. He doesn't gamble anymore, but this guy would go to live casino on like a Tuesday, come back with like $50,000 in chips, blow it all the next day. He would go on the craziest runs, and then the funniest story he has. They gave him a free cruise because he gambled so much. He goes on the cruise.
$50,000 cruise.
He's down to like his last $20. I think he borrowed $20 from his girlfriend. Goes down to the casino.
Beast, by the way, beast move.
Hits a jackpot on a slot machine for like $200. Goes to baccarat. Runs it up $90,000 on him.
On the cruise?
And bounces. And I think that's the last he gambled. He finally learned his lesson and walked away.
Dude, I'm shocked that the cruise people just like didn't stop him. I feel like because those odds suck out there in the sea. They're like the payouts aren't as good, the odds aren't as good. It's like 7-6 or something like that.
So baccarat's a little different. Baccarat's like pretty. I think it's pretty same anywhere you go, and I'm also pretty sure if you're out to sea, you don't have to pay taxes on your casino winnings, so that's cool.
Little duty free action.
That's pretty sweet. That's the best place to go for broke if you're gambling, because if they like, you like bounce the amount of money. They're like, sir, you got to come pay this. I'm like, I bet you I don't. Jump off the ninth floor of the boat. Just fucking.
Never find my ass.
I'm with the eels.
Then your baby girl's left with it.
Baby girl's got the initial $20 has turned to a $40,000 owed. Sorry, hon, I'm going swimming.
What do you, have you ever like talked about it with like your maybe like guys that have been there forever? Like, why do people keep coming back? Is it just like this insane serotonin boost or everything? Like, I know it's obviously addiction, but
yeah, I mean, not everyone's an addiction. Like some people know how to like know their limit.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some people that I haven't seen like a year or two, and they're like, I'm back. I'm like, what happened? You're like, I banned myself for like a year. I'm cool though.
Yeah, did you hear about that at Parks?
What happened?
Some guy scored like a $10,000-$15,000 jackpot, and since he legally banned himself in the state of Pennsylvania, he wasn't allowed to collect it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's got no one to blame for himself because he knew better.
And then they slapped him with a misdemeanor because he came into the casino because he wasn't allowed to be in the casino
because he self-banned.
He self-banned himself.
Yeah. Wow, how about that? That's a real thing. They enforced that, huh?
And then give him a misdemeanor.
Holy shit!
Arrest his ass. That's all time.
Unbelievable. The self-ban thing is the funniest thing.
Could you imagine self-banning yourself from like a bar?
Honey, I'll never cheat on you. I've banned myself from cheating on you.
Yeah, right. Gonna go down a garage. I self-banned myself.
It could apply.
I actually have like self-banned myself from bars because I just embarrassed myself one time.
Oh, yeah.
Kicked out
South Bend, Indiana. I self-banned myself from South Bend, Indiana.
What happened there?
I just got really fucking drunk and it was a wet bar. And I think I was like hitting on some chick and I just fell. Legitimately, like cartoon fell, like my legs were going like this, and then just fell.
Yeah,
and then
cloud of dust.
And then I tried to get up again, and I fell again.
Yeah.
And the girl just like looked at me and walked away. I had dirt all over my pants and everything.
I feel like that's not that bad.
No, that's embarrassing.
I mean, I peed in the corner of PBR like 6 months ago.
Self-ban.
I had to get out. I gave myself a they gave me a ban too. They're like, don't come back. They threw me out like for real, like Will Smith's friend in like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
No.
Like they like grabbed me by my bootstraps and just fucking threw me out the front door. Yeah.
That's gotta be pretty cool.
I got thrown out of a bar in Bama.
It was pretty bad.
I got thrown out national championship against Georgia. Bama. I went down to Bama to visit some people I knew down there. We're at this bar since 12 p.m. That's just how they do it. 12 p.m. till the game starts at like 8 o'clock at night. I stand on the table to celebrate. We tied the game. I get thrown out. Only girls can stand on the table.
Wow, what a fucking sexist rule down there.
Come on.
They say the South is misogynistic.
Not for the next 4 years,
Alabama.
boys. We're getting on tables.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to go watch another bar by myself. But
That is a weird rule. They have that at Xfinity too, where it's only the girls.
dude,
can
bars
get
are
on the
sexist,
bar.
low key.
They really are. Dude.
Clubs, nightclubs.
Nobody
absolutely.
wants
Yeah.
some fucking fat dork guy who's losing his fucking hair standing on a table.
Yeah, but when I'm at a bar, if I see a dude get on the bar, I'm like, hell yeah, brother.
They have
Get up
chicks
there.
and assless chaps in the,
Yeah, but
in the
there's
PBR
girls-
bar. They don't want.
But that's the one thing where there are some girls that get on the bar and you're like, that might be a dude.
Well,
There's
that's
some
true.
tough-looking young ladies.
That's
that get
true.
on
We
those
don't.
bars.
Also, they also don't want fats on the bar. But you know, sometimes you can't discriminate that badly.
Yeah, they
Have
gotta
you
put
ever gotten
scales
thrown out of
across
any bars around here? I know you're like the local drink guy now.
Ooh,
You have a couple good bits. You had that drink around the world EPCOT style, but you did in Philly.
yeah, I didn't. So that actually took off. Not on TikTok because TikTok doesn't like people drinking on camera, but Instagram, it really blew up. I didn't think it would, but yeah, I think I went to 10 bars. Should have been 11, but the Canadian bar, New Orleans, they closed early, so I
think it's probably because the tariffs. They probably been a bunch of fucking pussies
that's
with trade
actually what
wars.
it was. But yeah, I had 10 drinks, and then for the 11th one, I just went home. For Canada, I went home and put maple syrup in some whiskey.
I thought that was a good
Yeah.
idea.
I had
You
to
think
work with
fast
what I
on
had.
your feet. I appreciate that.
When life hands you lemons.
Yeah.
You know.
What bars have you been thrown out of?
Oh, in Philly, like what's some of the ones that we would know? I don't-
McGillen's.
You know what? I think I'm
Garage.
pretty well behaved in Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's your hometown.
And
You want to have that kind of.
you know, I know when it's time to go home and go to bed.
Yeah, I heard you. I
And
heard you.
Delco might be a different
I
story.
heard you Irish exited Vito the other day.
Vito, yeah. So, you know, I'm buying. You know, I had to get this guy margaritas all night.
Oh my god.
You know, I felt bad for the bartenders.
Yeah.
Making margaritas at a packed bar.
There is nothing. I have a buddy like that. I used to bartend, and he would come by when he sometimes, and he would order like shit, like Long Island iced teas. He would order trash cans and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like it's a sports bar. We do beers, we do shots, we
Yeah.
do vodka.
When I
sodas,
was
everything like that.
younger, I would do Long Islands at last call, just so I would get 2 Long Islands to last me the rest of the night. When I was younger, it was smart at the time because like get your money's worth. But
Long Island is insane at last call. After you've night of
2 of
drinking,
them.
2 of them.
That was my go-to.
But
2
dude,
Long Islands at last call.
Going out to the bar with a guy who like likes blue curacao in his drink
Oof.
and orders it like multiple of them, so his tongue's blue. Like you just can't do that.
I can't even think of a guy. The closest I ever saw was like the White Claw guy when they first came out. When you go to bars and like he was like, I have to have a White Claw. I can't have a beer.
Yeah.
That was me. I'm just pretending that wasn't me. Yeah.
If you're, my rule is if you're getting a drink that has more than one like liquor in it, you got to be somewhere nice. Like you can't be ordering that shit from a dive bar. You know what I mean? Like
What do you? No, you have to order that shit from a dive bar.
You mean like
Oh, Long Island?
okay, Long Island, but I mean like the fancy drinks.
Give me a
that need to
fancy
be
drink.
Shaken up. I mean, a margarita is pretty
Margarita.
fancy.
Yes, he should not be ordering margaritas at Oscar's Tavern.
Yeah, like I wouldn't order.
Once you got $7, once you got the bill for that was $7, it should have been the first.
Yeah, I'm
bill.
not gonna order like a Manhattan or an
Yeah.
old fashioned, like anything fancy.
Okay, I thought you were
I'm
talking like a
sticking-
vodka soda cranberry or something like that. You're like you have to only order that like Barclay Prime, and I was like, well, that's ridiculous.
Nah, like anything that has like multiple steps to make.
We're talking anything up.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay, all right, I got
ordered a
you.
margarita at Dolan's recently.
You're a fucking
Oh,
crazy
man.
person.
And the bartender
That's
was
Lenny
so
Dykstra's
hyped.
spot.
He was so hyped to give it to me. Dude, he put it in like a fucking chalice. This thing was like everyone in the bar knew I got something extravagant. I was like, thanks, dude.
What are you, Flavor Flav?
It was nice, and it was fun. Everyone ate it up.
When you go to your job, do you have to go to a place or is it like a green screen?
Yeah, so I'm like one of the few people that still has to go into the work. It kind of sucks, but I'm in a studio in front of a camera.
Green screen behind you?
It's not a green screen. It's all real. Real backdrop, real tables.
And then where will you be out on the thing, or do they have a studio in the background or in the back of the casino?
So it's not actually a real casino. Like it's literally just a giant building. And,
Really?
It's just tons of tables in there.
And is it like a industrial park, or is it like is there like a state farm next to you or something like that? Like there's other building or businesses
Yeah,
in
I
it?
mean, there's other like we're not in the middle of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
not quite like Severance, but yeah, it's in Philly.
Wow. Oh, really?
Regular building.
Yeah, I know you're not
And
trying to give away. But shit,
yeah, I can't go into too much about
No,
it.
I know.
You know,
But it's so because I've never really I don't do the casino. I just do sports gambling.
there you go.
But I have buddies that do the casino and everything. So like it always baffled me when I'm like there's one video that I wanted to show you. Have you seen this one of the guy talking shit to the?
Is this the one that's like you're fucking up at 4 a.m?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy is the funniest.
This is great.
Fuck that motherfucker. Ain't talking about me. Getting fired? Who getting fired? Yo! All bets is closed. Yeah, right. It's your last day, buddy. Dealer show with a 7. Fine. That's why I got 2 jobs. If it even was. You up 4 in the morning playing blackjack.
That's the best part. It's so true though. Like
Why does it sound like naive?
there are people that will fucking hound you, and I'm like, dude,
You're not allowed to say anything back, or are you?
I can like, I mean, I can't curse, but I can fight back a little bit. Like, I'll just be like, dude, you don't have to play. I'm not forcing you. You're doing it here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Take a break. You know,
Bro,
go
I would
take a
love to
sick
get
break.
hired by one of these companies and just come in one time and just start going back and forth with somebody.
I
Just
would
start
like, yeah, I
talking
mean,
shit.
your head would be like outside of the camera angle. It would just be like your neck down. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
actually, that
yeah,
would
these
that
are
is
fucking
true.
nuts,
We
dude.
would have to get the Hubble telescope to
They
get
just have
me
like
in
a
on it.
drone sitting above you, just like watching the table.
Oh my god!
Do you have to like get real flashy? Do you have any showmanship while you're doing this? Any like kind of
Yeah, 'cause
tricks?
you're a game show host too, right?
Yeah. So like the regular casino games, not really, but like, you know, Vito loves the lightning roulette and like the crazy time. Yeah, you for those ones you put on a little show.
He's such a princess. Like he likes margaritas. He likes the flashy. Like
The fancy roulette.
He likes the finer things in life. That's all.
That's the highest shit the first time I ever saw on Legendary Roulette. It's a person literally like performing for you. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. I was not ready for this.
So you're a performer.
I can be, yeah.
Do you
What's
do like
your
any
go-to?
jokes, like
Yeah.
any stock jokes you got ready to go, or anything?
It's usually like I usually just go with like.
Oh, your
recent
wife's
events.
fat, stuff like that.
Yeah, you know.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, but yeah, it gets bad sometimes. Like there's this one time, because some of the dealers will let the players get to them, and this one time, this guy was like, "My address is blah blah blah. You can meet me. My phone number is blah blah blah. Pull up." I'm like, "Oh man."
What are the kind of
That was
people
the
that
last
they
of him.
hire? Because like I used to valet, and it was a lot of felons. A lot of felons. Are they pretty strict on who like they hire? Because like
Nah,
that sounds like a crazy person who'd be like, "This is my phone number. This is my address. Meet me here."
Yeah, I would say it's not the strictest.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't dive too deep.
Yeah, not many background or not the most extensive background
Not the
checks.
most extensive.
Yeah, the IP addresses come from like a Venezuelan jail or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. My God.
I can't imagine if I got, because the minute I would get called out, like if somebody was talking shit to me, specifically in that like medium, I would shut down. Like it doesn't get to you at all. You're able to just kind of like push through and just.
So-
Yeah, he's great on the TikTok comments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it kills me.
It's like when he replies to a TikTok comment, I know it got to him.
Well, you've done the same. I don't know.
100%.
yeah, it sucked at first. But I'm like, honestly, like you hear it so much, and it becomes like so redundant, and it's like so common.
Yeah.
Amongst all the degenerates, like they kind of, it's like the same things I go to. It's they have there's like a totem pole of where they go to. There's blame another player because they hit something that they
Nice.
shouldn't have hit. Blame the dealer.
Divide and
blame
conquer,
The whole
yeah.
casino
Can
'cause
they
it's
talk or
rigged.
do they just type?
Type?
Type.
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh, so they'll be like, seat
Yeah,
number
it-
4, I'm going to come for your family?
That has happened. I've had people exchange phone numbers on there. But
L's in the chat on that one.
Yeah, that would be funny. Like, chat, do you think seat 7 should have hit there?
oh, dude, one time this guy was promoting his girls OnlyFans in the comments, and like all these people started subscribing to his girls OnlyFans in the comment section. So,
Did they have
Yeah,
any
anything
like,
can
feedback?
happen.
How it was?
I think a couple dudes liked it because there's a couple
Yeah.
gooners in there that were into
Any?
it.
Are there any like? Is there anything that's like you're not allowed to do that? Like it's like, all right, that's an auto ban.
For them.
I mean, promoting OnlyFans, I would see maybe being an
Oh,
auto.
they could.
Yeah.
They're technically not supposed to put any promoting or social media, Venmo, anything like that. They're
Yeah.
not supposed to. Sometimes they get away with it. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, you
Also,
don't sound like the strictest dad.
yeah, and also it's a good thing that I can't see them because I feel like there'd be some chat roulette going on. Shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
dudes are
mean?
playing. in-
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like I'm employed there. I have, there's something making me act professional. They don't have anything keeping
Yeah.
them professional, so I could only imagine what I would see if I could see them.
True. If I lose 3 hands, I'm cranking my shit on
Yeah.
camera, dude. Unfortunately, it's just the world we live in. I'm pulling that thing out, and they'll be like, "You're a pussy." I'm like, "You sure about that?" Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Look at my half soft pud.
True, I'll go half soft the
You
entire
guys
time.
want to have a hog off?
What are you, the Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Oh my god. How is it now? Has it cooled off since like the pandemic, or are you guys still seeing a lot of players?
Yeah, I would say during the pandemic it was a little bit crazier because no one was going to real casinos. It was all online. But I mean, dude, gambling is probably, if I had to guess, the fastest growing industry in the world.
Yeah, it's got
Like, it's crazy. It's getting legalized everywhere.
Only
It's blowing
pickleball,
up.
except for pickleball.
actually
Possibly pickleball.
two banes of my
I'm
existence.
sure you can
really.
gamble on pickleball too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's coming.
You know, during COVID, you could gamble on like hacky sack and everything. So
Yeah. Have they talked to you about like what is coming like down the line and stuff? Because I feel like with like VR, you guys are already kind of taking that over and stuff, and that's going to like get just as like technology like
yeah,
comes in.
VR would be sick. So I don't know too much about that, but
I don't know if you want VR. I feel like that's when you're going to start getting the hog crankers.
that
You're going to start seeing the guys
that
cranking the
VR
hog
would
at
be
the table.
actually pretty cool. But the game shows, more game shows. So I know we don't really have it in PA, but like across overseas, usually overseas gets it first before we get it. But they'll have all kinds of game shows like Deal or No Deal, Monopoly, all that stuff that you can gamble on. So just more ways for people to get addicted.
Do you take a persona? Do you take like a Chuck Woolery, or are you more like a?
It really
it down.
depends on the vibe. Like honestly, like as boring as it is, most players don't say anything and they just like want to deal. Like they just want to play. Every once in a while, you get a cool player that actually shoots the shit with you, and that's kind of what makes it.
Right.
And then every once in a while, you get a player that wants to, take his aggressions out on you instead of, his wife's not around anymore, so he's got to take it out on you.
Yeah.
So
you're
it's
like
what it is, but it's entertaining.
You're like a
Yeah.
borderline therapist.
In a way.
Yeah.
In a way, and
Everyone-
it's a toxic
anyone-
relationship.
Anyone ever like
Yes.
trauma dump on you? Open up to you?
Yeah. I've heard about a few divorces. Oh, you know what? You know what I get a lot? I get really fun conspiracy theories as to why they're losing or
Okay.
what's going on. My favorite is there's a midget in the roulette wheel. He's got a magnet. And the thing is I don't think they're joking. Like that's like
I'm already half believing this.
yeah, like
Dude, you if I see that ball bounce out of red and it goes to black very suspiciously, I'm on Pud Chaser 6'9".
Like
There's a
Dr.
little guy
Strange
in
just
there.
kind of like controlling it from the
Got
outside.
No,
the magnet.
underneath the table.
Oh, he's got the mag?
He's
Yeah.
just doing the magnet. He's just doing the
Wow.
magnet.
the cartoon
You do a
magnet
little
over there.
tap on the table. I feel like magnet comes
An
out.
African American midget. That's Blackjack down there. He's making things happen.
That's what you should be like. Oh yeah, that's Blackjack. That's how you should that's yours. You can have that one.
Yeah, take it to the bank.
How you doing tips?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh wait, hold on. How do you do on tips, dude? Yeah, so that was actually a good question.
That
so
was a really good question. You
So
want a
it,
mic?
it varies, honestly. The people who bet less tend to tip more. That's the funny part. However, there was a guy playing 25K hands on Baccarat yesterday or 2 days ago. The limit, max. So that's 50 grand total when he wins. He tipped me like $250 off of the 25 grand win. So that was cool.
Shit.
But then I feel horrible because then he kept playing and lost like 75 grand. So it sucks. When you win like that, just leave. It's my advice.
Yeah.
Especially if you already tipped me and I would feel bad.
Did you give him the $250 back?
He didn't.
No, did you give it to him back to him? Because you felt bad.
No, I don't have that power. It just goes
Yeah, I don't think you
into
felt
the
that bad.
account.
I don't have
wherever.
that power.
Yeah,
It's
I
good
know.
enough.
It's above my.
I wish I could, man.
I could have. Yeah.
I'd
Do
love
you
to send it back
have
to you.
do you have regulars?
Yeah. Dude, there's people there from the time I go in to the time I leave. And you know what's crazy?
How long are
Women.
these shifts typically?
It's a lot of times it's women. The women are like starting to get hooked on gambling.
Is the Candy Crush ladies? They're graduating.
Yeah, it's like, and I feel like most women who love
Queen's
to
Crush.
gamble, they're like, yeah, like my ex-boyfriend like got me into it, and like now they just hooked.
So you think our queens are gonna start just fucking throwing down 7-leg parlays, and
Dude,
then like when Lou
chicks love
Dort doesn't
gambling.
get 12 points, there's gonna be in his DMs being like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
That could be the new reality show. It's just women starting to gamble. It's
Women
a little more.
gambling
Old
on
ladies
parlays
love
would be the
slot
funniest thing
machines.
in
That
the
would
world.
ruin my life. Please
Be
don't bring it up.
I don't know. I like this guy, Alperin Sangoon. I like his over today. And it's like, how the
Yeah.
fuck do you know who that is?
He's actually averaging 20, 10, and 5 the pass. I think he's doing over 20 this game. Yeah.
Ladies, like they're so dialed in and they're meticulous and stuff that they'd probably be better at gambling than like men are. I know dudes that put together parlays because they play with like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on 2K. And they're like, yeah, he's going to have 40 today. It's like, no, you made him have 40 on your video game. It's like, no, he'll have 40. He's good. He's good on 2K. He's good in real life.
That's got to be the most emasculating thing that can happen, is if like your girlfriend is way better at betting than you are.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a lot of memes where like, you know, when your girlfriend's like bracket is like smoking yours out of the water.
Oh, yeah, when
she hasn't watched a single.
when they
second
pick
of
the funny
college
colors.
basketball.
Yeah.
When Helen in accounting has North Carolina going to the
Yeah.
Final Four because she likes the baby blue, that pisses me off. It's the worst.
Yeah, but you get them back though. Like all the reality shows that they watch, like I feel like we can kind of pinpoint what's going to happen for the next episode before they can.
What? No, 100%.
They're too in it. It's when you're not actually that in it, you have a better perspective of it. And I think that's the same thing they're doing to us that
That's
we do in reality
such a
shows.
good point because like what she watches Southern Charm, like these people are like the worst human beings in the world. They're all just rich people, and she's like, no, he's good, she's nice, blah blah blah. It's like, no, they're all fucking self-absorbed pricks.
Yeah, and they look. They're like episode 2, they hugged, but then to you're like, no, I'm telling you, Duke is the best team in college basketball. And she was like, too many white guys. It's like, fuck, I should have thought of that.
Like, the Big Ten hasn't won a championship in 25 years, right? It's like, fuck, they haven't.
Yeah, I think the saying is sometimes you live too close to the trees to see the forest.
There you go.
That's exactly right. That's gorgeous, dude. Is that what you say while you're on the online game?
I
You can have that one too.
think I heard that on a TV show once.
Some other dealer was telling you about that one.
This guy.
No, it's so funny because it's like then you're like watching like back to the girl point. You're like watching the Birds lose, and they're like, well, it's just a bunch of millionaire athletes playing ball. It's like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When
Oh,
they
that's
start
like
to
the
question
classic
that,
dad response. Like, they don't care about you. What are you getting so upset for? When I was growing up, I would cry. Like when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl in 04.
Yep.
I was distraught.
Me too.
That's when I realized I love the Eagles. And then my dad's just like, they don't even know you exist. Like they don't give a shit. They're millionaires. You think they're crying?
They can only understand that in sports though, because if you tell your dad that like if he died, his boss wouldn't care, he'd be like, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about." It's like, dude, the whole company hates you.
Dude, it's like me and Rick. We had a good meeting the other day. We had lunch together.
It's like,
We
that's
literally
the
shared the
billionaire.
break room.
Yeah.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because like I cried after the 2004 Super Bowl. My dad was like laughed at me, and I said, "You don't understand how this feels." And like he like obviously lost in like 1980.
Yeah.
He's had heartbreak after heartbreak his entire year. I'm
Dude,
watching
we've
the
become
greatest
spoiled,
generation
and I
of-
love it.
Yeah.
the Birds ever.
It really is.
We really are.
Anybody who
spoiled.
has kids now, they're going to be insufferable. They're going to be like Patriots
Yeah,
fans.
they are. If we win one more, you're basically a Chiefs Patriots fan.
Yeah, you really are.
Like it's annoying.
Dude, but I went from having to defend where your ring's at to now we're bandwagons.
I
It's
know.
crazy. The
And
360.
the thing
180.
going back to the Cowboys conversation is they still fucking bring up their rings. It's like, dude, you haven't won a Super Bowl. You haven't sniffed an NFC championship in 30
It's
years.
insane. And it's mostly from fans who weren't even alive for it.
Yeah.
It's-
I saw one today where it was like, well, if Dak had the Eagles offense, he would have went 20-0 last year.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's the
just
go-to.
impossible.
That's the go-to against Hurts. Honestly, it's at the point where I don't think Hurts is ever going to get credit because it's always going to be the team he has around him. And honestly, someone made a comparison that I didn't like, but it made sense. They said, well, Troy Aikman has like 3 Super Bowls, and no one considers him like a great
100%.
all-time
You're right.
great.
That's a
And
good
I'm like,
point.
damn, you know what? You're right. And I feel like that's probably going to happen to Jalen, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Just keep winning.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, it's
you just
really
win
like,
games,
yeah.
man. We don't care.
See, well, you're exactly right. If someone came out to me and was like, well, your quarterback wasn't as good, but you have 3 Super Bowls, and it's like, I can live with that.
Yeah. Honestly, the great thing about the Birds is our best weapon is Howie Roseman, and he's not going to retire anytime
Angels.
soon. Yeah.
Angels.
We're locked in.
God, getting the Brad Stevens treatment. Remember the one time that there was like back in the NBA where Brad Stevens was like the best coach in the league, and they were like, "Would you rather have LeBron or Brad Stevens?"
Yeah.
That was a real conversation.
Would you start it? Yeah. Would you start an organization with Brad Stevens or LeBron first?
Unbelievable. I mean, it kind of with the Howie Roseman thing, it is kind of unbelievable.
I mean, he's literally changing the league. I mean, the Bengals just paid 2 wide receivers. They obviously could have done it a couple years ago and probably saved themselves money. Now they're thinking about paying Trey Hendrickson and stuff. And it's like, all right, well, now you're going to have to draft well and stuff. And people are going to be like, okay. So if teams start drafting well, you can start paying your players. That's what happened with the Eagles. They just started taking Georgia guys.
Dude,
I mean,
dude
it was-
Howie's
to
offseason
work.
last year might go down as like all-time great. Like,
Yeah.
that dude deserves a statue for
But
that.
some of
Like,
that's luck.
insane. I'm sure it is.
Like,
But
how many times
damn.
have we seen Howie miss on a linebacker?
Yeah.
Now he gets
How
guy
about,
from
how
special
about
teams.
Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson?
Yeah,
that still
100%.
sticks with me.
Marcus Smith out of Louisville.
Absolutely.
Nelson Aguilar, even though he won a Super Bowl, still wasn't the greatest pick. Carson Wentz ended up not being the greatest pick and stuff. Like,
God, almost won an MVP.
yeah, well,
That one
almost,
time.
but
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you, dude. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
It's just because you got pussy off the back of Carson Wentz. That's why.
And we did.
why
It
you
was a
guys-
good year, dude.
That's why you guys have
It
such
was a
good
crazy year.
memories.
When he tore his ACL, we all tore our ACLs. We go to the bars and the ladies like, take a seat, please take my seat.
You guys all went on the IR.
Your knee's probably aching. I said, yeah, Clay aching.
Oh God. Your one video I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
You went down to Clearwater for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's the one that really blew up.
Well, no, you're my favorite one of yours is the Phillies 2 white.
That one, so that
was
got
hilarious.
that one got the most views ever. And the funny thing is, I think that was a little too sketchy for people to want to like bring. Like, I got brought on the news for the Clearwater one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't, because you can't really promote like this guy is saying we need some more Wands and Julios. So
Explain to
get
that
it.
what you said in the video.
Well,
I saw
Um,
it. It was on
you
my
saw
For
it?
You page.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great
so-
bit.
Because they are. They're 2 white.
Yeah.
And they're still 2 white.
Yeah, listen, I love Bryson, but we do need some more Wands.
Yeah,
and
Alec.
Julios.
That was
Bryson,
a
Yeah,
very
they're
Trey.
the whitest of whites.
It's a fucking U12 like travel team. Like they all used to wear those like. Remember they used to wear back when we were growing up. They used to wear the necklaces that were like apparently had like balance and made you feel like
Yeah,
the
It's
equilibrium.
the 2004 Abercrombie staff, dude. They were all sitting out front.
the
trailers.
inspiration behind that video was just literally look at the Mets.
Yeah.
Look at the Mets. Look how many
Francisco.
Z's are in that lineup. And then look and honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm optimistic, but I don't know about the Phillies this year. I'm gonna just see what
I'm
happens.
optimistic.
I
I already got. Well, I
I'm
already got their over.
optimistic, but my hopes aren't too high. We'll see what
don't
happens.
be too pessimistic. The Mets their starting rotation is already down. Who knows what the Braves are going to do? They're coming off injuries. Hammer the over.
All right, man,
Responsibly.
you're getting me back on board.
Responsibly.
We'll see what
No, they're
happens.
good. They should be a top 5 pitching rotation. They spent $400 million on the team. Max Kepler, I do believe in. We got some bullets in the chamber too to trade at the deadline. So, and
Yeah.
Painter's coming up. What are your thoughts, man?
Dude, they're some of the best guys, some of the greatest guys. And these guys, wow, we see these guys and they're going around, they're going each base, they're hitting every single one, home run, first base. And I just love seeing these guys, man.
These guys, they're big. Strong,
God, I wish they weren't
beautiful guys.
fucking white though, right, guys? You know.
We need more DEI hires.
Those crackers.
Now we're talking. There we go.
There we go. Get him a couple of Coronas. He starts. Hi, caramba.
You really are. Yeah, the Coronas unlocked the south of the border.
I hope
here.
those
Just
beers
two.
weren't too white.
Dude, I made
Guam,
one video, and they're all bitching. Oh, nice! This is a nice video for a lightweight. And then I made the drinking around the world for like 12. I drank 12, and they just find ways to talk shit.
You said it's $4 less than Philly, right? Get drunk.
Yeah, the $30.
Yeah, so that's the one they talk shit on me. Like, God forbid I made a video trying to help some college kids out or something. So I made a TikTok about a $30 challenge drinking around the city, and of course, all the comments. There's always like dads or like some like miserable dude from Mayfair or something that wants to talk shit and be like, if you got only $30 to drink, you shouldn't even be going out. Oh, you only had 5 beers. You're not even drunk.
The guy in Mayfair has
Dude,
$25
Let
a
me
drink.
live. Like, let me help the people out, man. I'm a man of the people. Relax. And then I did drinking around the world. I drank 12 drinks, and then the going to Clearwater for a day. Had no idea that was going to blow up the way it did.
It's a good bit.
I planned that the day before. I was like, it's fucking cold here. It's windy. I want to go to Clearwater.
Yeah.
It was I think it was the first weekend they played. I took a flight at 5 a.m. Got down there, made some stupid videos, didn't think anything of it. Went to the game. We got our ass kicked. Went to a bar, met this group of kids that moved down to Tampa from PA. And somehow I got roped into giving the gender reveal for one of their kids. I had to make a video. Like, I just met them, and they're like, dude, you're cool. Like, this is awesome. And like a week later, they're like, dude, make that gender reveal. Because only the one guy told me what his gender of his kid was. So that was the whole thing. It's just, that's why I do these trips. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, wait, what did you do for the gender reveal? You went there and just were
well,
like,
he
yeah,
hit
it's
me up.
fucking boy, Dave.
So it was after the video went viral and they invited me on the news and everything. And he hits me up and goes, dude, we all love that video. Like, can you just make they just automatically assume that I'm an expert video maker. That knows.
I'm a really good video maker.
Yeah.
Like you say myself.
So they just
I'm an expert.
They're like, dude, I need a
What do
gender
you do?
reveal
Oh, I
video.
take my phone out and I put it on the video mode and I just talk into it. Wow.
Yeah, literally, all I did, I was like, I got a bottle of wine and a bottle of beer, and I was like, woman, it's
Nice.
wine.
Oh, so you put a lot of thought
beer's
into it.
boy.
Beer's boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
what it was.
I took a
woman, wine, beer boy.
So I took a swig of the wine, and I was like, sorry, hate to break it to you.
You just wanted to drink. You made an excuse to drink.
Can't break it to you. It's actually a boy. I just really needed to get some buzz on with the wine. Oh my god. Yeah, you
That's awesome.
you strike me as a guy who doesn't. It's not tough for you to make friends.
So it's funny. I used to be antisocial growing up, believe it or not, and then I started drinking beer. That's really what happened. Yeah, that was the start. But
Once I started drinking beer, it opened up this entire layer of a universe I just have never.
I love this beer stuff, man. I'm like addicted to this stuff, man. This stuff's awesome.
yeah, Vito, come on, man.
Yeah,
He's telling you
Vito.
refill. Get the man a
You
refill.
don't have any more?
Nah, that's fine. I'm fine.
I have a Modelo in the back.
Get him a whiskey or something.
I do have a whiskey. You want a whiskey?
Nah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to
it's
stop
Whiskey
shit.
Wednesday, damn it.
It's all the way in the back.
I won't drink tomorrow. Fuck, it's Tequila Thursday. I forgot.
I thought it was Tuesday. I thought I went with the tacos.
You gotta drop that off too.
Yeah.
No, you gotta pop it off.
Yeah. Ew, dude. Pause on that one.
Bro, lay off the weed.
Modelo, dude.
Lay off the weed.
You do have a very Hispanic beer selection. I feel like that was kind of appropriate for it.
Yeah. I forget why I got the Coronas last time, or why I got.
Nothing wrong
Buddy,
with that.
just take it off. You don't have to undo that.
Wow, man. That's a big bear, man.
But they are good.
And I bet you if it was a margarita, you'd know how to do it.
I do not know how to make margarita.
That's true. You should just find your way.
It's
to
funny. After Bud Light got canceled, they said Modelo was the highest selling beer.
Yeah, and they were under the same company too, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and then they were like,
Just
you know
really
how
stuck it to him.
they were like, you know how he could come off as less gay? Let's get Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
Post Malone. Zach Bryan too.
I don't know how picking Post Malone makes it less gay, though. I was kind of curious. That felt like a step backwards.
Yeah, a guy who can sing with tattoos all over his face. I feel like that's kind of gay.
a guy who was like a hip hop and now country singer. That feels like one of the most.
And was also like in a metal band. Was he in high school?
Yeah, he's got long hair and a fake beard, fake tattoos. I will
Fake
go to their
beard.
grave. I will go to my grave saying those tattoos are 100% fake.
Wow, that's some accusations.
Yeah.
You think they're just like hennas?
Huh?
You think they're just like hennas?
Who's that? Hannah? Oh, it's like a tattoo.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah, dude,
I
relax.
thought that was like a lady's.
Who the fuck is Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah. No, I just think they're fake. I think it's no good. I think it's
Alright.
garbage even.
Huh?
Perhaps. I don't know.
I like that. What else you got for him?
I keep fixating on like the showmanship aspect, like of like, if you feel any of that pressure of like while they're all watching you, like I know that they're all talking shit and it's kind of like a lot of them are kind of like, you know, miscreants, but how you kind of navigate that.
Honestly, you just learn to tune out the negative stuff where they're like, you know, kill yourself and all that stuff. I ignore that
But
part.
even like being on camera, like you don't get too worried. Like if you do something with like,
I mean,
your
I've been
right
doing it
hand-
long enough now.
Right.
It's just second nature. It's second
It's
nature.
so funny how like the dads from Mayfair got in your crawl about like the light beer, but people telling you to kill yourself. You're like, that dude, it's just a Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's always some. I you know, no offense to Mayfair, but it always seems like whenever someone's talking shit on me in my comments, it's some scruffy looking dude covered in tats.
Who's it,
beard.
the monk meme?
Yeah, he's got the monk. He's got the monk beard, and he's like, "You ain't Philly, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm Philly. You
They
transplant."
love They love claiming it and just telling you how much you're not from Philly.
There is a lot of that. There's an epidemic going on. I've noticed. I didn't think it was that bad, but I like born and raised in South Jersey. I live there now. I didn't realize that there are a lot of people in South Jersey that do claim like, yeah, this is Philly. We're from Philly.
So for me, like when I travel, it's easy. Like
Yeah.
I was born in Philly. I lived around Philly my whole life. But I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm from this exact town. I'm gonna say I'm from Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just easy because no one knows what the hell fucking. I don't know. What's
Cheltenham.
Cherry Hill?
Yeah,
I don't-
Where's
you know?
Lansdale? Like, then you have to have another 5-question conversation with these people about like, oh, so you're
Listen,
like this.
Philly just encapsulates the whole area.
Yeah.
But they want to know. There is like a very like I work in Northeast Philly and live in South Jersey, and there are people that are very aggressive about like if you mention anything about being from the area, they're like, "Where from? How long do you live there? What's the neighborhood?
They don't
What's the
get out
street?"
often.
They don't get out often.
Yeah,
of
it's
course. No, they do not.
There's like a toxic like kind of mindset in Philly, like of the people who don't leave their neighborhood, where it's like, how dare someone that how dare someone in the area I grew up in do something positive?
Yeah,
and, like,
wants to
show,
reinvest.
like show it in a positive light. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna shit on them.
Yeah.
You should sit on your stoop and stay there for 20 hours a day like I do.
Listen, man, life's too short. Enjoy it. You don't gotta argue with people on the internet, man.
Damn, what a-
I'm just having fun.
I like this guy.
Honestly, life's short. Don't enjoy it either. Don't just
Don't
gotta
enjoy it.
fucking-
If you enjoy not enjoying it, by all means.
True.
That's true.
That's the people who live in Philly. They're telling you not to. They love not loving life.
Some guy told me the other day because like I'll shit on like I'll shit on like Villanova basketball because I hate them. I'll just be like, oh yeah, they're not from. I'll just troll people. Be like, yeah, dude, they Philly school? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And some dude was like, how can a fucking guy from Lansdale decide who is a Philly school or not? It's like, motherfucker, I've lived here for like 15 years,
It's
like half my
unbelievable.
life, dude. And who gives a shit? It's not
I
like I'm
see
like,
your replies, dude. It boils my blood.
oh, dude, some of them I love Philly. Some of the dumbest fucking people in the world, but that's the world.
It's really the Northeast at large.
That's no. It's Delco, it's Monco,
Everywhere hates everywhere.
everywhere, dude. It's your dad it's your sports radio caller from Chester County
yeah.
who just thinks every athlete nowadays is soft as fuck. Matt Strom hurt himself packing the other day.
Oh, dude, I got in an argument with some dude on the internet, and he's like, just like the typical, like somebody had an injury, they sprained their ankle, and they're like, sprained ankle. I go to work every day.
They love
I
that.
work 60 hours a week.
They love that.
I got a broken hip. I'm like, dude, you don't like. You also have a bum back, a bum knee. These are literally like 1 in a million talents that have to go up against other 1 in a million talents. If they're not in tip top shape, they're fucked.
The best is like, well, I had a broken arm in high school and I came back in 10 weeks. This guy's going to miss 10 months. And it's like, it's a little different about playing in the suburban one than it is playing, NFL.
And by the way, if you watch them at work, all their coworkers cannot fucking stand them. They're like, he doesn't do anything. He just sits there for 10 hours.
Comes home, sits on the recliner, drinks a Miller Lite.
We call him coach to make him feel better because he's never like getting up ever.
Yeah, coaches girls basketball.
Yeah, well, that's a beast move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. It's
I couldn't do it, dude. I can't tolerate it.
it's a special city. New York, same way. Boston, same way.
Yeah,
Nah,
here's
it
the
stinks.
thing. I go to other cities. I'm like, wow, it's so much more peaceful here. People are so much nicer here. But at the end of the day, I don't feel at home anywhere else more than I do here.
Well, that's
It's
the thing. If
something
you
about it.
lived in it, you would never feel that way. You would be like, this is just Philly, but I'm
Yeah.
in.
I go to
I'm
other
in
places. I'm like,
Clearwater,
this
Florida.
is kind of nice, but I just
Yeah.
don't fit in quite as much.
There is a lot. Like I went to Boston last year, and there is like a large portion of the city that feels like Disney World. It feels very fake and like it's all put
Oh, yeah.
together, so it looks.
Southie's like not Southie anymore. It's like all where like 22-year-old kids like go to like.
I never. If you go to the waterfront in Boston, it literally feels like it's like nobody lives there, nobody's walking around there. It's just like 18 buildings.
I remember the
and
first
a
time I
brewery.
went to Boston and I was pissed. I'm like, where's the Boston accent? Like, where? Like nobody had it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the? Like, I had to like search for a dive bar with like some scraggly bartender to hear it. I heard one person in all of Boston have the Boston accent.
Yeah, the bars. You got to be careful of the dive bars. I walked into one. And I was doing the same thing where like you walk around and it's all like transplants or kids who grew up in like
Yeah.
somewhere in Massachusetts. But you walk into a dive bar like, you fucking homo. Then you're like, all right, cool, we're good. But I did have one where I
Go
went
home.
to. There was an Irish bar that we walked into, and like most of the staff was like from Ireland, and. I was like a big group of buddies that I was with, and we went up and they're like, let's do Irish car bombs. And I went up like a fucking idiot, and I was like, can I get 5 Irish car bombs to a woman who's from Cork, Ireland?
Nice.
And she was like,
That's
how'd you
offensive.
like if I asked for 2 911s? And I was like, I mean, that would be funny, unfortunately. But
I didn't find a plane.
She was like furious. She was like, I shouldn't even
I
get
feel
them
like that'd
for
be
you.
a crazy shot.
Yeah.
A 9/11 shot.
Couple 911s.
Yeah, dude, what would be in that?
Sand and a.
Some brown liquor.
Oh man.
No, but she was pissed. And then she was from Dublin. And then there was a group of like 5 dudes from Ireland. And she was like, why don't you go over there and ask them if they'd be okay if you thought we were ordering that? And we went to them and we were like, was it bad if we asked for like an Irish car bomb? And he's like, dude, I don't give a fuck at all. And we told her and she's like, they're from fucking Cork. They don't care. They're not real Irish.
She's moving the goalposts.
I was like, yeah, you don't care. You know what? Fuck. I'm
Am I
British.
getting those car bombs or like what? Because now I've kind of this has kind of just ruined my day.
I was like, let me get a Northern Ireland as a real country. How about that? Is that that
Dude,
fun?
it's so funny. Like when I first started traveling, I was so awkward, and I just assumed that like any interaction you have with someone in that city is how everyone there is, and then you eventually just realize there's assholes and good people in every city. Like it's so funny.
Yeah.
No matter where you go in the world.
What was your bartending experience like when you were doing that? Because I think everybody should work in bartending.
So I did it so briefly because it was just like piggybacking off of bar backing at the casino. Bartending at a casino is a little bit different.
Has to be probably.
I mean, we were a union there, so that was cool. Like we got like actually like made good money, and like professional athletes come in all the time. AI would come in.
Any good AI stories?
Yeah, not good for him, but I would hear from the servers hated him.
not a good tipper. Or he was just.
Listen, I love AI. He's my childhood hero, but
We all heard him.
The servers that weren't the biggest fan of him. I'm probably not a good tipper, but also like make you run around a bit. You know, he loves his Dom Perignon.
Yeah, I ran into him at Xfinity Live. Quick one, gambled him a little bit, but it was like you could tell it was different watching your childhood hero score 40 or score 55 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Than watching him gamble $50 hands at the roulette table.
Yeah, it was a bit of
Don't
a
meet your childhood heroes.
It was a bit of a habit. They had like when he was in
Love
the Big
you,
Three
AI.
League.
Respect.
Me, my mom, my cousin went, and he was supposed to be playing. It was like the name. His team was named after him. It was like the Philly Threes or whatever. And they announced 20 minutes before game time that he wasn't playing. And everybody was like kind of bummed because everybody went to Wells Fargo to watch him.
I remember that happening.
And then you find out like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later that there's just pictures of him shithoused at Atlantic City the night before. And it's like, God damn it, dude.
Dude, I remember
Damn it, AI.
Come on, man.
I remember when we re-signed him. I was a kid, and it was like the last game of the year. We were terrible, and I would always just get really good seats because they're like $5, and we would always sit by the tunnel. And it's the last game of the year. Every player's like, dude, stripped down to their like underwear, just giving everything out. And AI just like blows everybody off, like, fuck you guys. I'm like, damn, man, like, I get a wristband or nothing.
His mom would never give out foam fingers. When I was a kid, we'd go and his mom would like walk in the crowd. Really? I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. My mom worked for a YMCA that would get us tickets to like a small kind of like decent area. And his mom would go around and she was not a fan of the white boys.
Nah?
No, I never got a single.
Only give out black.
Which, do your thing.
Foam fingers to the black kids?
All good. I totally get it. But there were a couple times that I was wearing fucking an Iverson jersey, some Fat Boy N1 shorts, and borderline braids. And I was like, and she was like, no dice, brother.
No dice. No
Keep
dice.
it pushing.
You know who's
melatonin in there.
You know who's really great? Like every person I've had who's met him like just says nothing but good things. Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Apparently he's amazing.
Yeah.
For bartenders and everything, like everybody says nothing but good things about him.
Did you watch the tournament? On Sunday night, on Sunday he had the morning off because he was at the club the night before, just getting absolutely shithoused in Atlanta.
Really?
And they
love
talked
that.
about it on the broadcast. Like, oh yeah, we gave you the morning off. How was everything? I heard he's like, I was at the club till late night last night.
Good for him. Just be honest. That's
dude.
totally fine.
And that's why everyone likes Charles. But yeah, you're exactly right. I've never met him, but every single story you've heard about him is he's a great dude.
Yeah, stops for pictures and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's very involved. I wonder how many beers Charles Barkley could drink in a night.
You think he's a beer guy?
He's got to be a beer guy because he's from what?
From the South.
From the South,
Yeah.
Auburn
Yeah, he's
type
from
area.
Auburn.
That's got to be a 27 beers for like a good hangover type of guy.
True.
It's got to be.
True. He has an all-time quote when he threw the guy out of the window, and the judge was like, "Do you have any regrets?" He's like, "I wish we were on a higher floor." I was like, "That's the greatest thing of all time." And then remember, everybody got mad at him for that "I'm not a role model" commercial.
I thought he's been the most honest person in sports media of all time.
But the guy's had 3 different arrests. He had some run-ins during his career, and then he has this Nike commercial where he's like, "I am not a role model," and people were like, "How dare you say you're the thing that is actually true?"
Yes. I think it was right after he got a DUI for trying to get his dick sucked in. People were like, shit, maybe this isn't the best type of guy.
Oh, man. Where can... So if people see Derek, do you want them to say any special... Say anything in the comments? Press 9 Maybe can you do emojis in the comments?
You can do any emojis, middle fingers, shit emoji, all of it.
You can
If
do like
you-
a fist bump, like a
Yeah, if
American
you
flag
see-
and a fire emoji.
If
You
you're
guys make it up. You call
if
it.
you're on the casino, eggplant, nah.
Just do like the signal chat.
Give his coordinates away. Let's see. Let's find a good emoji. What about like that little facey thing? Skunk,
Skunk's pretty good.
twister, a sun, a moon, a fruit. What's speaking to you? Like a bento box? That is true. You're
pretty
Lord.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What about like a beer?
Like a little whiskey.
Two beers, a little whiskey, a little wine. Maybe some chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
You want to do chopsticks?
Maybe on the baccarat table.
Boxing match, 8-ball. I don't know. Dice.
Yeah, do dice.
Dice,
Dice
alright.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you see the Lord out there, dealing, throw some dice in the chat. Where can people find you? Eric Lordy.
Eric Lordy on Instagram. I think I'm Eric Lord 7 on TikTok.
Why 7?
And honestly, I didn't think I would have any success on TikTok when I made it, and they just said, "Oh, your name's Eric Lord. Here's Eric Lord 7." That was it.
Way to believe in
yeah,
yourself.
we got Philly season's coming up. I'm hoping to make a lot of at least a few trips this year for the Phillies.
Yeah, you got any videos coming up that people should be looking out for? Gender reveals?
No gender reveals. I don't think, not planned, but.
Wait, I thought you were doing. You're going to be drinking around every Eagles bar in the country.
So I'm currently-
I haven't seen an update since the first one.
So I did 2 or 3. I think I've done 3 bars so far.
How many have you released?
3, I think.
I must not
It's hard. And listen. I have a full-time job. It's hard to travel and go to every bar in the world, but it's going to be a process. I think I said in one of the videos, it might take a lifetime, but I'm going to do it when I can do it.
How many are there?
Dude, there's a lot. There's one in Japan. There's multiple in
Oh,
the UK.
you're doing the world.
Eventually.
Well, why don't we keep it to the country? How many are in the country? Do you know?
A lot. I have a map. I have a whole map that has every Eagles bar. I would say there's at least 50.
There's one in Chicago that sucks if you go down there.
I
went
actually
there.
thought
They had a Wentz
Chicago.
jersey on the side of the wall.
Yeah.
It's like Jalen Hurts has been starting for like 2 years.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking we play the Cubs end of April in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll probably go to that one. That's a good one. I actually wanted to go to Montreal this weekend for the Flyers, even though they're irrelevant, but I thought that would have been cool. But
Nice. Eagles bar in there.
Montreal, I don't think so. Actually, I don't think they're Canadians. Don't like
Yeah,
too much.
they're French.
I think California's got a big like.
Oh, there's
Andrew
tons in
Callahan,
California.
Andrew Callahan.
Brit. My buddy goes to the Brit.
Florida and Cali. I hear there's one in San Diego. It's
San
called
Diego.
like Pints and Pretzels or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That's a big one.
My buddy opened for Aunt Mary Pat there. Pints and pretzels.
Really?
Yeah. Big time.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any more crazy stories?
I think that's it.
Is it like daily? Is it weekly? Like these stories?
It's daily. It's like a regular 9 to 5.
Does it keep you energized?
Adderall does.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Now
That's
yeah.
how we're gonna sound that off. All right, switch over to the Patreon. We're about to do the Patreon. You can get out of here. You don't have to do the Patreon.
All right.
But Men at Work, Eric Lordy,
Thank
Eric
you,
Lord
dude.
7.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you, brother.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me.
Peace.